So, you want to improve the brake feel in your MX5, but don't want to deal with replacing brake hoses and bleeding them, you don't want to delete your booster just yet, and you don't want to see a door stopper in your engine bay. I introduce to you the new brake booster brace from Devil Engineering and Design. You're probably a bit confused with what you're looking at right now, as almost, if not all MX5 booster braces are a completely different design. The design you commonly see is mounted on the front strut brace or the shock tower with a rotatable stopper. This design is good at stopping flex when you brake, but has two problems. One, it takes up room in your engine bay, which can make it annoying to work on certain things in your engine bay. And two, aesthetically, it can, depending on the type of stopper you have and what else is in your engine bay, sometimes look out of place. This new brace fixes both of these problems with being out of the way of almost everything while still doing the same function, if not better. Before I get to the rest of the video, make sure to get the correct brace for your car, as NA braces are longer to fit behind the bracket. MB1 also fits on the back of the bracket, although I originally thought it fit on the front, as you'll see later on in the video, and MB2 braces fit on the front of the bracket. So what you'll need is an assortment of 12mm sockets and spanners, a 10mm socket, and a size 5 Allen key. First step is to put the Allen bolt in the capture nut in your wheel well. Once you manage to get your hand behind there, only tighten it enough to see the stud. Once you get it through, go to loosen the nuts off the brake cylinder but not take them off completely. You only need enough room to put the brace on the studs. Once you loosen them, test fit your brace carefully, as you don't want to damage the paint in your engine bay. This is where I ran into my problem. In the online instruction video, it says put the brace on the front of the bracket.
The only thing is that the NA brace is slightly longer than the NB brace because it has to sit behind the bracket holding the booster, whereas on the NB it sits on the front of the bracket just because of the way that the brackets are made.
But with my car, there's a lip around the bracket not allowing enough room to put the stud through. My guess is that MB1 MX5s share the same braking setup as NAs, so you actually have to put the brace behind the bracket. I've asked the creator about whether or not this is how the brace is supposed to go on, and he said it's supposed to be mounted on the back of the bracket. So it was a bit of a misunderstanding on my side. He also mentioned that sometimes the capture nut on the chassis is never exactly the same with all cars, and that the fabrication process of the part isn't laser perfect either, so some variance is supposed to be expected. Once it's all lined up and the stud is where it needs to be on the bracket, tighten the Allen and the 10mm nut using your Allen key and socket until it's all the way tight, then tighten the 12mm nuts on the booster until they are fully tight. Then there you have it, your brake booster brace is now installed. Now let's test it. Yeah, pedal feels way different. Pedal feels way stiffer. Yeah, the pedal feels completely different now. Yeah, the pedal feels a lot more linear. Because before you'll be like, oh, you know, put this much pedal, you only get this much brake force, but you put a little bit more, you get a lot more brake force. Now, it actually feels, even on the light braking, you can feel that the braking's a lot more linear and connected to your pedal. Oh, yes. Yeah, the brakes are so much stiffer under heavy braking. A booster makes the braking no longer linear, especially when it's flexing. So you take out that flex, even though it's still progressive, you've pushed it more towards linear than progressive. So is it worth it? Yeah, definitely worth it. So daily driving, you'll feel that it's a lot more connected, a lot more linear. Daily driving, you'll feel it as, you know, as stiffer because it's actually connected. And with heavy braking, tuning around, you would definitely feel the difference. It's a way more linear once you get actually down in the pedal, and yeah, it's just a lot more predictable than it used to be. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure, I don't know if you can hear me, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.